Alright, we're back. I have to refight the stupid Lilligant, which I'm not very happy about. Because it's a pain. It has teeter dance.
It's fine, just kill it before it teeter dances.
It teeter dance. I hit it with a dragon breath and it lived a dragon breath. And it's paralyzed now.
Well, at least it's paralyzed.
Yeah, but still super annoying.
Of course it is. Confusion in general is annoying.
And the two mons I lost are still lost. Even though I had to restart the battle.
Well...
Yeah. That's wonderful, but at least I have a fire mon. Incinerate or Flame Burst?
Flame Burst is stronger if I remember right. It's like base 70 and Incinerate's base 50, I think.
Almost killed it. It's like living on... You've got to be kidding me.
Did it synthesis?
No, it used Teeter Dance and has like 2 HP. I'm hoping for it to be like paralyzed or... And it used Quiver Dance now. Great.
Well, at least it won't be faster for a while.
Yeah, it's true, but still, like... I don't like being confused because I keep hitting myself. Oh, this Lilligant, I am so... Now it's synthesized. Oh, Oh, and it... Well, at least I used Flame Burst. I wasn't confused the whole time. It lived on like 2 HP and Mega Drained me. It's like a horrible joke.
That's like my life.
What, a horrible joke?
I just love that kind of jokes.
Yeah.
The best.
But at least I gotta kill it with a ghost-type Charizard. Which, by the way, what is your favorite Gen 1 starter?
Venusaur.
Yeah, I have to say I do like Venusaur too.
It goes, if we're talking each stage, it would be Bulbasaur, Wartortle, Venusaur.
Do you remember the fusion of Venusaur and Blastoise?
Oh, Venus toys look pretty cool.
It was like the weirdest thing, and everybody's like, oh yeah, you can catch it. You have to do like all these really weird steps. Like, I remember...
It's under the truck.
Like the weird stuff we believed growing up as a kid for Pokemon games. Like, we believed in some of the craziest playground rumors on so many different things. Like, Mew being under the truck, and then the whole Missing No thing being like a Pokemon that would come out of the game if you ever caught it and it'd like attack you at night. I remember that one.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I don't know if you had that rumor at all.
No, I didn't really... Like, there weren't many people around me that played Pokemon when I was younger.
I mean, the people who played it with me, we also believed that if we ever took our own blood and we put it on a Daisy, it'd come to life. And we did it as kids and freaked each other out because, I kind of picked that Daisy and hid it from everybody, so they all thought the Daisy came to life and were going to attack them.
You're terrible.
Oh, it was really funny too. But I mean, come on, like, if all your friends were freaking out because they thought a Daisy had come to life and it was going to kill them, don't tell me you wouldn't have done it too.
I might have.
Mm-hmm.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. But I mean, there's a lot of crazy things we believed as kids. Because we didn't have the internet.
No, we definitely did not.
And sometimes the craziest things we believed, we were like, oh my god, this is so true, and we tell everybody.
Yeah, like, I remember I had no idea that Gen 3 was even going to come out until I got it for Christmas.
I just ran into a Glamour. Yeah, I remember that was actually the last game I physically owned before the first school I taught at kids bought me a DS because I always talked about how much I love the Pokemon games. But I remember in that game my brother getting so mad at me because I would always get the really good Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually did catch a shiny Magikarp in that game. I didn't realize... What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that I still remember the first time I played like Sapphire. when Shroomish evolved into Breloom, I was like, what am I looking at?
Yeah.
Like, that is one of the most drastic changes. I was like, this thing is amazing. I love it.
I mean, my brother reset my game one time because I beat him in a Link battle. He got so mad at me. Like, I had Ruby, he had Sapphire. And my brother's super competitive, so when I would beat him, he'd get so mad at me.
I can imagine.
And he reset my game, stole the cartridge. I was at school and he was homesick, and he went in my room and stole it and reset my game. I was so mad at him. Like,
oh, that is absolute scum.
Like, he used to throw the Monopoly board across the room when he lost. So that's the level of, like, competitiveness he has.
Good lord.
He's not as bad today, but still. And it's just so funny to me because growing up, everybody had Link cables. And I remember the rumor that used to go around that if you put your fingers on the Link cables, you'd feel the Pokeballs going through. That's how you knew Pokemon was real. And if you cut the Link cables while you're trading, the Pokeballs would fall out. And you'd be able to actually have a Pokemon in the real world.
Oh my...
You didn't have those rumors?
Thankfully, no, because with how much I liked Pokemon as a kid, I would have cut all of the Link cables.
I mean, I also remember the fights that used to come on in the playground, which was better, Pokemon or Digimon.
I mean, it's no contest. It's Digimon.
Both of them have their unique
yeah, like,
aspects.
they're not a comparison. Like, I don't
Yeah.
really think that they're at the same level to be compared.
Exactly, and like the Digimon movie, we just don't talk about that.
What do you mean? That movie was amazing.
The one that they mashed up like 4 Digimon movies.
Yeah, they took 3 movies and mashed them together. Yeah, that was great.
I mean, we did get a very unique look at Digivication?
What?
Digivication, I think it was. Like, it was some stupid word they used in the movie, like, that never appeared anywhere else in the series. And it was like, really? Like, you changed the wording of your series because of this movie.
Yeah. Did you know that the first section of that, like the first movie, was actually the pilot?
No, I didn't.
That's why Agumon is giant, and Greymon is the size of a skyscraper.
Yeah.
Like they toned down the size. At least they toned down the size of Agumon for the show, so it'd be more kid friendly.
I mean, he is kind of scary.
He's very scary when he's huge, and instead of talking, he just makes monster noises. Like, Agumon didn't have a word of dialogue in the opening.
That's true.
Movie. All he did was roar. I don't even think he said No, he did have a voice, but it was it was much lower pitched, and it was really like guttural, like an actual monster.
That's kind of scary, because that makes me think, like, anytime I hear guttural voices, I think of Silent Hills, like the demon characters in Silent Hill.
Yeah, they just made him very scary.
That's not good. If it's a child series, I mean, that's terrifying.
Yeah, that's why they toned it down. That's why he's smaller. That's why he's got his voice that he does now. That's really the reason why.
And he's not about ready to kill you at any moment in time.
Yeah, they really made in the pilot, they were just like it's not like, oh, he's your friend. It's, oh, this is a thing that you're taking care of, but it can kill you at any moment. So have fun.
So be careful. I mean,
oh.
Do you also remember Monster Ranch?
No, I have a couple figurines of some characters, but I don't remember anything about the actual show.
Okay, so the show was this kid finds this, I guess it's a PS1 game is the best way to describe it, and for those of you who are too young to remember what the PS1 was, it literally was a box with a hole that you popped open and put a disc in, and the game would spin and play, and that's where you got to play the best Spyro ever. But he finds this disc and he pops it in, and the game is called Monster Ranch. Well, he doesn't realize it actually will take him to another world, and it does. So it's kind of like Digimon and Pokemon combined because he can capture them. So it was kind of interesting, but the kid was super annoying.
Yeah, a lot of times they do that with the protagonist.
Like, I liked Ty from Digimon.
Yeah.
He wasn't bad. It was, what's the other kid's name?
From season 1?
Yeah, Max's older brother. Matt. Matt was annoying to me because he was like, I'm better than everybody else kind of attitude, and I'm like, dude, you're annoying. You're not better than anybody else. But I mean, he was a unique character in a way, because that's the first time you kind of see that aspect.
Mm-hmm.
And then the girls were kind of annoying too.
Mimi was incredibly, she was just insufferable.
I mean, her voice, that was like the one thing I'm like, I would rather watch this in Japanese so I just don't hear the American voice actress. Like, no offense to her, because in later seasons when she comes back and re-voices Mimi, she's a lot better.
Yeah, but I think she was just trying to do the young voice, which means higher pitched and
didn't work.
More annoying.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
It was absolutely atrociously bad. Like, I know there's some animes today where people have really bad voice actors, but that one took the cake. And then speaking of voice acting, did you know that Armadillomon actually has a southern accent in the Japanese and English versions? How do they do it in the Japanese version for him to have a southern accent?
It's Japanese southern. It's like what is it? It's Kyoto. I think Kyoto is where they said it was. It's the southern region of Japan, which does have its own dialect, just like the U.S. South has its own like dialect, like y'all and all those kinds of things.
Yeah, I mean, the weird phrases and the fact that anybody from the South can turn red into a 3-syllable word. Because it goes from red to red.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he has a southern accent in both trying to think of versions, which I thought was pretty cool when I heard about it.
That is really interesting. I mean, that actually takes a lot of forethought to plan out for a character to have southern accents in both and find the right voice actors.
Yeah. Like, I think Digimon is one of those animes that really, like, the localization team really just knocked it out of the park.
Unlike with Pokemon and 4Kids.
Oh, we don't talk about 4Kids.
That was horrific.
Jelly Donut.
Instead
I sure do love... Real talk, when I thought those were what Jelly Donuts were in Japan.
Oh my god.
As I'm sure most kids did.
Yeah, because they changed the rice...
Onigiri?
Yeah, onigiri. They changed it to Jelly Donuts, and I'm like, really? Looking back on it? And then a lot of the lines that didn't make sense. But like some of the stuff that they edited out and the other stuff they left in is really confusing. Like they edited out Misty actually hitting Ash.
Yeah. Can't have that. Nope.
But they left in like other violence, and I'm like, hello? Slightly confused here.
Yeah, wasn't there an episode where Ash had a gun pointed to his head?
That was the banned episode of the Safari Zone.
Oh. Yeah, there are a couple of those. There was the Porygon one, which is still... That was awful. Like, it wasn't even Porygon's fault. It was literally Pikachu.
Exactly, and that's why
Porygon has been banned from the show.
Yeah. And I mean, what about the episode where James has boobs?
Yeah. That was another weird one.
I mean, the only one I can really understand them pulling from rotation is the Tentacruel one, because that happened right after 9/11.
Well, yeah, the giant Tentacruel.
Yeah, and like, I completely understand and agree with that, because, well, that came after some horrible incident where a city was destroyed. But the other ones, I'm like, really?
There was another one that got pulled, actually. It was... Oh, it was one that it was centered around, I believe, Whiscash. And the reason it didn't air was that Whiscash is based off of a Japanese spirit, demon, whatever. It was the big catfish that caused earthquake.
Yeah.
As that's why Whiscash is, part ground type. And I believe the episode was set to air, and then there was an earthquake that happened.
Yeah, I remember hearing about
It was
that.
a bad earthquake, so they decided to not air the episode.
Which you can kind of understand, because like you don't want to rub salt in the wound of people who just suffered a tragedy like that. But at the same time, it's like it's a cartoon, so after a while I think it'd be okay to air it. But I mean, it's better to err on the side of caution in the cases like that.
Yeah, I don't think it got pulled completely. I think they did air it later. Maybe.
Well,
I'm pretty sure it aired in the U.S. because
we're not as sensitive.
we didn't have to deal with an earthquake, so it was okay. But yeah, Japan is really they're really careful with what they air.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that they do that are questionable from time to time, but they do actually censor a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they'd never have something like we have with Jersey Shore. That never happened in Japan.
No.
I mean, Jersey Shore is a very unique show, and it's a very unique study on what not to do, children.
Yeah, and then I also think it's funny that the opposite can also be true, where they have when it comes to blood and stuff.
Oh yeah. What's that
they're
show?
Just
the anime with the panda with the teddy bear with two different colors, the black and white one.
Oh, what is it? What's it called? Hang on. Danganronpa.
Yes.
I think. Yeah. But you got that kind of stuff. And over in America, there's Samurai Jack, where every single thing he fights is a robot.
Yeah, but that's Danganronpa. The reason why they have the colors inverted is because they can't show blood.
Yeah, but I just think it's funny that those are still people.
Yeah.
There's still people that are having all these horrible things done. And in Samurai Jack, it's Samurai Jack is American. It is completely American.
Yeah.
Genji Tartakovsky, the same guy behind pretty much everything at that era. Dexter, he was behind Dexter. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, I believe he had a part of.
Yeah.
You heard that name and it was oh yeah, I know who that is. I think he also was involved in Ben 10.
I think
Maybe?
he was too. I think he was involved in the first season of it.
Yeah, he was involved in the original. He was everywhere.
Yeah, definitely when we were growing up.
The first Clone Wars animated stuff, not the 3D stuff, the old 2D stuff. You could tell that was him because it was the same art style as Samurai Jack.
I'm actually kind of glad that it's now on Adult Swim because it can go a little bit darker.
Yeah, I think in the first episode, he kills somebody.
Yeah, he kills the samurai that has a flute ability. That really annoying one that everybody hated. Everybody started celebrating when he got killed. He was oh my god, this is amazing because we hated him in the original.
All I know is if they kill the Scotsman, I'm going to be angry.
Well,
I love the Scotsman.
There's a few people who are oh yeah, I've never watched Samurai Jack, but now that I saw the new one, I want to watch the whole series.
I'm just praying they bring Joe DiMaggio back for the Scotsman's voice. That man, when it comes to animation, that guy has a finger in every pie. He did Ben 10. He did Samurai Jack. He did Marcus Phoenix, Gears of War. He did there's another character he's known for. Basically, if they're an angry character that shouts, he probably voices them. He has a very distinct voice.
Yeah, he does. I just feel killing these fossil Pokemon.
Do it.
Yeah, I mean, I make creds to Cradilly, but the rest of them I already have.
Ooh, Cradilly's nice.
I know, but you guys make fun of it all the time.
No, the only time when I named my
Lileep, I'm sorry.
In my Lileep, what I did, that was the only time I've ever done it. I really do like Cradilly and Lileep.
It is a very unique looking plant. I was kind of disappointed in Sun and Moon that we didn't have a fossil Pokemon.
I am also. Yeah, the one thing that did kind of change, that really made me like Cradily especially, is when I realized that the ovals on top of its head are not its eyes.
Where's his eyes?
His eyes are actually in what looks to be his mouth.
Oh.
If you look at his head is like, bell shaped.
Yeah.
Like the slit that goes across the underside of the bell.
Yeah.
That's not his mouth. That's actually where his eyes are. Or if it is a mouth, then like the mouth would be inside of that bell portion, hidden. And then his eyes are at like the edges.
Wow.
They're like little yellow dots and not the big, goofy-looking circles.
I mean, it is a unique Pokemon. It's based off a unique plant, too. But it won't stay in the flippin' ball. But I can't even attack it because it's level 5.
Oh, it's level... Ooh.
I mean, I can get the fossil, but I just kind of want to capture this. Come on.
That would make it easier.
No, it got out again.
How many Pokeballs do you have left?
I have several. I have 8 Pokeballs, 2 Ultra Balls, and 11 Great Balls.
Ooh.
It's like, I really, really want this Pokemon. Stay in the ball. Hey! Flipper. Got out again. And it's paralyzed. I paralyzed it, but it's still not staying in.
Are you using Ultra Balls?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's...
Hard. Heartbreaking.
Yeah, that's... I don't understand why I won't be caught.
I don't... Maybe in this area you can't catch them? I don't know. Oh well. I guess I'm just gonna have to kill it. I think in this area, actually, I've seen people do playthroughs and you actually cannot catch these Pokemon.
That might explain it then.
Yeah, because, I mean, a level 5 Pokemon having an Ultra Ball thrown at it, most of the time you can catch it. But I think you have to defeat the Kabutops. How do you say that one? Kabutops or Kabutops?
I think it's Kabutops.
I always go between. Do you remember that episode with Ash?
There's a lot of episodes with Ash in it.
With the fossil Pokemon. Where he gets attacked by, Kabutops.
Omastar?
Yeah, an Aerodactyl almost eats him.
I don't... No, it's not coming back to me.
It's the first one where we see the fossils, and it's the reason why Charmeleon evolves into Charizard.
Alright, that may sound a bit more familiar, but I can only remember him evolving.
Yeah,
I don't remember
the Aerodactyl was like a total troll the whole time.
I do remember that, yeah, because Charmeleon couldn't fly.
Yeah, and Aerodactyl like kept pulling down his eye and like doing the "I'm gonna stick my tongue out at you, Nanny."
The freaking Japanese taunt that you see everywhere.
Yeah. Which is really funny. But at the same time, I'm like, oh my god, it's so childish. But at the same time, it makes me laugh every time I watch that.
Like from the original anime, the last episode I remember watching was specifically the one where Krabby evolves into Kingler and completely decimates the one girl's team. I'm pretty sure, he whips out Hyper Beam on the Golbat. Like he just raises his hand, fires a Hyper Beam out of his claw, and the Golbat just goes down.
Yeah, no, that was like an incredible episode. I watched up until Black and White, and then I watched a little bit of Black and White, and then I decided I didn't like it, and then I picked it back up for X and Y. Yeah.
Fun fact, Ash's highest win-loss ratio is in Black and White.
Seriously?
Yes, he won, I believe it was 26 out of 30 battles.
Wow.
Yeah. However, that doesn't save the show from, he catches all these Pokemon, doesn't do anything with them. Like, Black and White could have been a good season if they didn't have Iris.
I didn't mind Iris as much, probably because I love Axew. But I think They needed to rewrite her character.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, tone down the, oh, you're such a kid, I'm so much better. Like, that's not how you make a likable side character.
Yeah. I mean, I like the episode where she's back at the Dragon Village and she's working with the Hydreigon.
Yeah, I didn't. The only episodes I think I've watched are just the ones involving Crocodile and when Charizard comes back, because those are the only good ones.
Oh my god, when Charizard comes back, that's like an amazing part. I was like fangirling. I'm like, Charizard's back! I remember his Pokemon.
And then he just comes back and he beats the living crap out of the Dragonite.
Oh, that Dragonite was great. I was like, that's an amazing Pokemon because it's so disobedient. And like...
Did you see the episode where Beartick fires an ice beam at it, and
yes.
instead of dodging, it stands there, lets itself get frozen, and then breaks out as a show of dominance.
It's like, you think you own me? I'm going to own you.
What's a 4 times weakness?
It was like, I guess it was like the Chuck Norris of its generation. The best way to describe it.
I'm trying to think if there was a episode that involved that. It's like, I'm trying to think. Like, 'cause I know there's another episode where, like, something had, like, a huge weakness, but it trained so it didn't have to deal with it, but I can't remember. That has to have been the plot of at least one episode.
There are several, because remember, they did that with Ash and his Pikachu in Season 1?
Well, I don't mean, like, you know, aim for the horn. Like, I don't mean, like, somebody beating something that is immune, that would normally be immune to.
Yeah, because that was
crazy. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, like a Gyarados being in a lightning storm so it can get over its electric weakness or something like that. That has to have been a plot at some point.
Yeah.
But the only thing I can think of is the freaking Sandshrew, get out of the water from that one episode.
God.
But
do you remember the Eevee brothers?
The only reason I remember them is because of Pokemon Go. If you wanted to get one of the evolutions, you just name it after one of the brothers.
Yeah. It was a nice throwback for all of us who watched the original stuff and was like, oh my god, I remember them. They were annoying. Why do I want to remember them?
Yeah, speaking of the original episodes, Electabuzz has the greatest cry ever.
Why?
Oh my... Alright. This Electabuzz's cry was essentially just...
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
And it doesn't help that the guy that's, like, his trainer is like, Electabuzz, you're deductible! It's like, oh, they both sound so stupid.
Do you remember in Snap when you threw the apples at the electrode and it blew up next to the Electabuzz and the Electabuzz fainted?
No, I did not have a Nintendo 64.
You poor deprived child.
I did play Stadium at one of my friend's house. I do remember that I was so excited, you know, to go hang out with my friend. I didn't realize they had a glass door in front of their regular door. So I go running in full speed and I just, like, hit the door and I just fall over.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing that, you know, dogs always fall for, like the glass door.
Was it the first time you went over there?
No, that's the best part. It wasn't the first time, I don't think. It was like the second time.
So my best friend growing up, they had that too, and it was the first time my mom ever went over to pick me up, and her grandma had just cleaned the door. My mom went walking right into it. So that was a great first impression.
Yeah, that sounds like it.
What was even funnier is 2 weeks later, it was my friend's birthday, and they took us all out to the local Japanese restaurant in town called Mikado's, and her mom accidentally left me at Mikado's.
Oh, that doesn't sound very nice.
It was actually super funny. Like, we all make jokes about it today because I just called my mom. I'm like, hey mom, they kind of forgot me at Mikado's, so my mom had to go up there. But the owner of the restaurant was there, so I was sitting up at the sushi bar and they'd given me a free drink and they gave me extra food, and I was sitting there opening the paper umbrellas just talking to the workers, and I was like 10. But yeah, That was the biggest joke growing up. That they left me
I
at
can imagine.
Mikada's. I actually never played... Well, I played the stadium on the N64. But never on the GameCube.
There wasn't a stadium on the GameCube.
There
was Coliseum and there was
Coliseum.
XD. But
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Never played either one of those games.
XD is an amazing game. Coliseum has some really like clear flaws, like the fact that if you knock out a shadow Pokemon, you can never get it again.
Oh my god.
And to make matters worse, the only move the shadow Pokemon could use did recoil.
Oh lord.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of times the shadow Pokemon are greatly underleveled. Like one of the early shadow Pokemon you get, your team will be like level 36 or so. You run into like level 20 Remoraid, and it's like, if you want to complete the game, you have to catch it.
Oh.
So it's just like it's just trying really hard not to knock it out, as it does damage to itself.
I mean,
and then
that would kill Angus's chance of ever doing a Nuzlocke of it.
Yeah, he already did a playthrough, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, like so. But then XD came, and they fixed a lot of things. Like the shadow Pokemon, you can recatch them if you knock them out. They go to another trainer that wanders around. I'm not gonna like say who it is because just in case somebody hasn't played it yet, the surprise.
Spoils.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it, even though it's like really old. It's like 15 years old at this point. But you can do that. Only like there's a lot more shadow moves, and only some of them have recoil, and that's because they're like shadow double edge essentially.
Yeah.
They changed because before shadow was neutral to everything, and in XD they changed it so the shadow is super effective against everything except shadow, and it's not very effective against shadow. So that made shadow Pokemon more. And like that just becomes even more exacerbated when you get to the final guy, and he's just like, "Hey, I got 6 shadow Pokemon, buddy. Have fun." It's like, this is gonna be a good time. Spoiler alert: it's not a good time because they just kill all of your team.
I have to relaunch the game again because it crashed after a Pokemon used Explosion.
Oh.
I know. At least this, I don't have to update it. It just crashed. I'm going to actually probably DM the creators of Insurgence because I've never had this problem before. So I'm wondering if they're about to release a patch for this game or something. But Toast withstood an explosion from a Graveler. Now I'm fighting a Magnemite. That's 3 levels higher than I am. And it just flash cannoned me. Wonderful. Bye bye Toast. Even though it has Sturdy didn't activate. 1-hit KO. Who do I want to send out? I'll send out you. But I mean, did you have a GameCube?
Yes, I did.
Did you play the Sonic game?
Sonic Heroes?
Yeah, whichever one where you could collect the animals and feed it to like the little things you hatched out.
Oh, Sonic Adventure 2. That was a good game.
Yeah, I used to go over to my friend's house just to play that game because I didn't have it because I never had a GameCube. And that was like my favorite part is like finding the different animals, especially like unicorns. That made me so excited to feed to the little creature things. Whatever they were called. I don't even know. What were they called? Other than fun.
Chow?
Chow, that's it. The Chow Chow or something like that. It was like something named after a dog. So it was a lot of fun. Oh yeah, this is the part where somebody gets killed. Like, Pokemon Insurgence is very dark in so many different ways. It's like, we're about to kill you because we're cultists and we're so much better than you.
I think I did play that. I remember when the hiker is like... What's the hiker? Like, there's like a guy that goes into a cave and they just like trap him in the cave or something.
Yeah, the Sky Cultist, I'm at that part right now. Where they tell him that his children are down in the tunnel, and if he doesn't go down there, they're gonna kill his children or something like that.
Yeah, it's like real. Wow, it's like, all right.
Yeah.
Like, all right, mate.
It's like horribly, atrociously evil. Well then. Let's see, is there anything else on this level before I go down? Oh, I ran into my little, whatever the guy's name is that's your supposed to be your rival. The one that can't keep his mouth shut, that told everybody he's partnered with Shaman.
Oh, that kid.
Damon.
Oh, even has his freaking... Even his name makes him sound like a freaking weenie.
I mean, reminds me of Damon from The Sixth Sense. Have you ever seen that movie about the little kid that can see dead people?
No.
It's an interesting movie.
I've heard things. I've definitely heard about it, but
I am killing this Crawdont before it can attack me with dragon moves. It's like a level higher than me too. I forgot that I should have super trained, but oh well.
That's fine.
Yeah, Blastoise is dark fighting, I believe, in this game.
Yeah, he's a Ninja Turtle.
Yeah. Oh my god, he just used Dark Pulse. I have a feeling that I'm gonna have to, like, super train off screen with the, what is it called? The level specialist that, like, sends out the auto note that does Healing Wish and then dies, and then you can just kill them that way.
Oh, that sounds useful.
It is so useful, like, it levels you up so quickly. I think I'm gonna have to do that off screen because I've already done that for, like, 2 different videos. Because this guy is super strong. Ooh, I lived on 2. Let's hit it with a pursuit. Didn't do anything. Never mind, I thought that'd do more. It's kind of sad. Because I'm going to end the episode losing. Oh well. More than likely, I'm probably going to split this into 2 episodes because I think we've recorded for pretty long.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
So you're officially in 2 of the episodes.
Nice.
So I get to promote you twice.
Nice.
I also wish Mega Gardevoir was a little bit faster, but I forgot Ice Sword has priority. And it's dead. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to train everybody up like to level 45 probably. It's gonna take me a little bit. Let's see if you save me, Kabu, because I just sent out the heat more.
Alright, let's go.
Apparently the Blastoise is stupid because it used a Shadow Sneak. And you took down the Blastoise.
Perfect.
Earned a lot of XP for that.
I am the all-powerful.
The all-power, and it has a Metang. And he has a Metang. It's too funny.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, I didn't one-shot it. I thought it would.
It's fine, I can pull through.
Don't freeze it. Oh, it froze again. Don't know what's going on. Never had this problem before. I think they've got to release a patch or something. Come on. Well, actually the animation just started again, so, and you went down.
Aw, man.
Now all I have left is Ashley, my skunk tank. which is actually a male Skuntank, but I still named it Ashley. Because that works. And it used agility. My god, no. And now you withdrew it and threw in a Luxray. Great.
Back.
You're fine.
It's freaking.
There's gonna be a few issues in this episode. I already know it because of all the freezing. I don't know why it's doing this. I've never had this happen before in any of the episodes I've recorded. Actually, bag. I do have revives. Ha! I have one left. Who do I want to revive? Let's revive
Me!
Sorry, I think the Charizard's gonna help me out more.
Ow. Okay.
Oh, come on. Stop freezing. I think it was because my Skype popped up in the background and I didn't realize it popped up that I'm having these issues.
Yeah, it seems like Skype would do that.
I don't understand. Like, I literally have turned it off so many times and it just randomly will pop back up and it'll be like, hey, why aren't you using me anymore? I'm about to uninstall it from my computer after this. Because it causes
That's
me
what I did.
so many issues.
Mm-hmm.
I also like how the Skuntank I have has Aftermath, which I did not.
Oh.
Yeah, dirty ability. I'm like,
Oh.
that's a great ability. Let's do Dragon Breath. I feel like doing overkill. You know the moment in time you can overkill a Pokemon and you get so excited? Because you're like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, I just did that with the Luxray. I killed it with Dragon Breath. Let's kill this Metang with a Dragon Breath. I love Dragon Breath. It probably doesn't smell good though. Not at all. Oh, and he has Shaman. Except the game froze again. Really? I'm gonna be super sad if this freezes up and crashes again.
Hmm.
Come on, respond. If it doesn't, I'm just gonna have to save it here and contact the people who created the game. Nope, it went through. Just took it a minute. Shaman is grass flying?
It's just grass. If it's sky form, then it's flying.
Oh, okay. It's not sky form yet. It's just regular form. Yeah, it leech seeded me. Great. Oh, great. Magical Leaf. It's not very effective, though. I'm gonna hit it with the Shadow Ball. Let's see how much that does. It did more than Dragon Breath. Let's see. It's seeing who's gonna outlast the other. Maybe if I hit it with one more good Shadow Ball, or maybe I should heal. I'm gonna no use Synthesis.
Yay, Synthesis.
Yeah, I need to heal. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose. I have a Hyper Potion. Use a Hyper Potion and heal myself up. And it used Sweet Scent. Great.
Well, could be worse.
Yeah, well, it already Leech Seeded me, so any damage I'm doing, it gets its health back.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I'm like doing nothing to it right now. Which is absolutely horrible because it's like a holding pattern on who's going to win. Because every time I get it to yellow, it just gets its health back and I have a feeling I'm just going to die. And just have to retrain off screen.
Yeah, that might be something you end up having to do.
Yeah, because the Shaman's level 43 and I have no legendary Pokemon. So, even though I'm partnered with Mew, I can't get Mew at this point. It just decides that I'm going to die. Use Synthesis again. Oh my god, I'm just gonna die. I'm not even gonna heal.
Oof.
I took half of its health with a Shadow Ball, and it still got health back, and it's gonna kill me with a Magical Leaf. Okay. It was a nice attempt. Yes, I fainted. Alright, I think this is where I'm gonna end it because of the frustration with Skype and everything else. It was great having you on, Kabu. I'll definitely have you on again. This was fun, but I'm signing out. Bye, guys.